We're going to look at the financial math question of the November 2020 exam. Let's just give it a try. Okay, here we go. It says on the 31st of January, right on the 31st of January, um, this person makes a deposit of 1,000 into a saving account. He continues it all the way up till the 31st of January, 12 years later in 2032. The interest rate is 7.5% per annum, compounded monthly. What will the investment be worth immediately after the last deposit? Okay, now this is the tricky part that it's easy to make a mistake. I did the first time, I just didn't look at it carefully. What's this whole thing is this person, they kind of made a deposit right away, and all of the equations are based for it happening at the end of the month, of waiting 1 month before your first deposit. So everything, and this didn't happen that way. It happened right at the beginning of the month. So what you do when you're working out the formulas, this is a 20-year period, but he made it at the beginning of the month. So you just add 1 to the total. It's 12 years, 12 times 12 plus 1. And that means your n is 145. Then you just put all the other stuff in. Its future value, what will it be after 145 payments is what it actually is, because it happened at the beginning of the month. We added 1. There's the interest rates, 0.075 divided by 12. There's the I here. There's your X of 1,000 and minus 1. Just put it in your calculator, and there it is, 234,880 rand, 88 rand and 53 cents. Okay, so that's it. That's all there is to it. Uh, you have to look at this really carefully, why these formulas are made to go at the end of the month. I want to stop just for a second and take a look at that. You know, I had a slide, there's a video somewhere else in the YouTube videos and in our Google Classroom in Fishhook High School, where I explain this, just exactly why this future value thing works. You know, if you make your last payment at the end of the month, so it ends at the end of the month, that last payment gets no interest. The payment just before that gets 1 month of interest, and the very first payment gets your n minus 1 uh, number of payments. So if it was 18 periods, that first payment gets 17 months of interest, because everything's designed at the end of the month. And if you remember, it all comes from a geometric formula. This is really r to the n minus 1. That's what the interest to the n minus 1 over I. It's really just a geometric series. It fits this formula perfectly. But it only fits if it works at the end of the month. So I guess the fast way is just, if they do something at the beginning of the month, just remember to add 1. If you don't, all your answers mess up. So what if he makes no further payments but leaves the money in an account until 2033? That's 1 year. So then all you do is take the value that it's grown to and grow it for 12 months of interest. 1 plus the interest rate for 12 months. It's just the basic compound interest formula, because we're not doing an annuity. We're just growing this amount of money for 12 months. 1 plus the interest rate. Just put that in your calculator and you'll see this is what it grows to. Okay.